performing at a dinner party, and I was doing what's called walk-around magic. That's self-explanatory, right? And sometime during the evening, this woman comes up to me. She's about my age, I'd say. She whispers in my ear. She says, "We'll meet again soon." I didn't think it was funny. I found it a tad creepy. Well, that night I had the weirdest dream. I dreamt I was back at the exact same dinner party. The exact same woman comes up to me in my dream. She whispers in my ear again, but this time she says, "I have a gift for you." And she motions for me to follow. Well, we walk down this hall toward this other room. The closer we get to the other room, the more she ages. And by the time she enters the room, she's very old. And she turns around. I see her face. In my dream, I know her. She looks just like my great-grandmother. Well, she sits behind a table. She motions for me to sit on the other side. This is what she says. "When I was about your age, my great-grandmother gave me a gift. She told me her time was almost over and that she wished to pass this gift on. My time is now almost over, and I wish to pass this gift to you. The gift is a parable. Once, there were 3 travelers. They explored very different paths. And on their life's journey, they learned many different lessons. And after mastering those lessons, why, they passed them on, believing themselves to be the only truth holders, ignorant of all other philosophies. Therefore, they were unable to see their true destination." Now, each traveler believed himself very wise, and that his was the one true path. But being blind to what the others could see, they never expected to meet. Now, time went on. New lessons were learned, and their paths crossed often. And their eyes, why, they began to open, seeing that these other paths were not so unlike their own, and finding they had very much the same knowledge. And so these travelers, they decided to travel together. They approached situations from very different perspectives, but didn't always agree on the final outcome. They learned from each other nonetheless, finding they weren't so very different. After all, they found they could have very different paths, but still travel life's road together. And now, instead of looking at a journey as something one would travel alone, having no one there by his side, they found that other travelers could actually enhance this journey, making this trip sweeter and the rewards greater. Oh, and the moral, you ask? Well, the moral of the story is, on your life's journey, know that our paths may appear very different, but our quests, they're very much the same. And if we just choose to learn from each other, well then, we may just find life's greatest treasure.